Hi, my name is Jared Lee. I'm the pastor at Bismarck Community Church, and I want to tell you a story of two different places, two different people groups. I'm going to start in Ethiopia. It's a beautiful country filled with beautiful scenery and hardworking people who know how to enjoy life and love well and have a good time. Back in March of 2012, two couples from Bismarck, from our church, went on a visit to Ethiopia. It was Troy and Claudette Reno, along with me and my wife Lyra. We went with the hope of finding a church, a community there who knew how to serve and love their community, who was reaching out, preaching the gospel, and changing the world around them. We partnered with an organization called Children's Hope Chest that works on a threefold model. They call it Survive, Thrive, and Succeed. Many of the children you see playing here at Jemo come from single-parent families, some from two-parent families, but in almost every case, their parents need to work 12 and 14-hour days just to provide the basics of life. And so we came alongside them and said, let us sponsor these kids and provide extra food and clothes for these families so that kids can then go to school and be well nourished. The second step was thrive. We want to help them not just get by, but actually do well and improve their own quality of life. And then in succeed, what we hope to do is help them to establish small businesses in ways that they can generate an income on their own. The road you see here when I first went was little more than a muddy strip of land. And every year in the rainy season it would flood and become a ditch or a creek that washed down this road. You can't tell here, but it's actually very steep from behind where we're standing. One of the first things that we did when we partnered with this church was to help them build this road that they're playing on. You might be able to tell that there's ditches to either side. This forms a water course and allows the kids and family members to be safe in the streets all year long, prevents them and their possessions and their property from washing out right off the side of the mountain and into the creek. This is one of the things that we've done to actually help them to thrive. And the thing you need to know is, it's not just about the church. We are currently helping to add on classrooms and better sanitation with latrines at one of the local public schools. These are the kinds of things that this local church is trying to do in an effort to improve the life of their entire community. And we at Bismarck Community Church have been an important part of that. Since that original trip, we've taken 3 others. Our 4th is coming up this summer, 2016. And in total, about 60 people from Bismarck have gone to Jemo in order to be a part of this project. Not only does that help encourage the kids and encourage their families and show them that we love them, really more importantly, it gives us a glimpse into their lives and into their community and into the things that we can learn from them. Ask anybody who's gone and they'll tell you how meeting these families and spending time with these kids has radically changed their lives and the way they view community even now here at Bismarck. I would argue that our church has become much better at reaching into our community, at loving our community well, and being a real authentic presence just because so many of us have traveled and seen what they do in Jemo. It's not unusual for people who have been on a trip to say, that their very favorite part of the entire experience was being in their worship service. Every trip we try to be there on a Sunday so we get to worship with them, and it really is a different way of worshiping, but what you quickly realize is that one God and one people are all the same. Now you might be asking, after all of this and 4 years in, how can you be a part of this? Well, here's 3 kids of the 26 who currently need sponsors: Johannes, Samuel, and Baraket. Look at their pictures and think, how can I be a part of their life? Well, for $38 a month, you can sponsor them, you can provide them with nutrition, the ability to go to school, the ability to spend a little bit more time with their parents, and give that family a little bit more hope than they currently have. But we're not stopping there. Our goal is always to get out of this partnership. We ideally want them to be able to support themselves, to be able to establish small businesses right in their community. Join us on a trip. Come to Ethiopia with us. Sponsor a kid. Be a part of this project and the transition that's happening. I will say what I know you'd hear from anyone who's ever been. Your life will be far more changed than the lives of anybody that you might meet while you're there.